whatever the time might be for you. It's morning here, so welcome. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from Temple of Balance, and this is our Patreon healing list event for March. So I share these at the end of each month. Today we have 50 people exactly on our healing list, so welcome to all of you who are here to participate. If you are not on the healing list, then welcome as well, and I trust you receive something helpful from the time that we spend together today. So the energy around very strongly as I have been preparing for this event all morning for the last few hours is the Phoenix. I can't get the Phoenix out of my head, out of my heart. So I've got some strong Phoenix energy coming through. So I want to focus, or we could say, hi Martha, we could say that the Phoenix is inspiring this connection today. Hello Angela, lovely to see you. And Mother Dragon's here, hello. So I want to work with, hopefully it will work. I'm not a big fire person, I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to fire, and I was planning on, or intending, at one point to go outside and create a bit of a fire, but it wasn't really suitable out there to do so. So I've come inside, and instead I've got all of you who are on my healing list in these little pieces of paper. Bridget, good morning. On these pieces of paper are all of your names, and I intend hopefully on having a little fire here in my smudge bowl and lighting you up, putting you in there. So what I'm thinking with that is that will be holding the intention. Emily, good morning. Holding the intention to release and to let go. So Angela, hello. Looks like everyone's coming in. So I'm thinking of this working in two phases. So working with the fire element and that putting your names in the fire, hopefully, if that works out. Rebecca, good morning. And using that as a time to really let go and thinking about the obstacles that we're facing. So these are probably quite personal obstacles. I know for me, like I've got a gig coming up and I'm feeling super nervous about this gig. So I think for me, like my intention in being here personally is to help release my nerves and my feeling of lack of confidence in this type of area. Butterfly, oh Marianne, good morning. So you might be going through something in your life that you have to really summon something that you might be struggling to find, whether it's confidence or courage or strength. Maybe finding a peaceful resolution in an area of your life that's a bit tense at the moment. Maybe you've been dealing with some wounds or some things that require releasing. Gail's here from Arizona. Hi, Gail. So give some thought, if you can, to what you need to burn up that's holding you back, especially in regards to obstacles and things that are in your way. Things that are stopping you, that are paralyzing you, your own fear perhaps, that could do with some releasing. And what I'd like to do with this little fire kind of time is to hold that intention for releasing that stuff, that's the barrier or the block that's blocking us between where we are now and perhaps where we want to be. And then after we do that, I've got this new drum I painted yesterday, which I'm absolutely in love with. So I'm going to play this to help bring in the new. So we're going to play that to bring in the new. In between, I'll be working with my healing energy cards, and that'll take us, 45 minutes to an hour. So hopefully you can hang around. If not, you can always come back to the replay later. We've got the Phoenix drawing here in the background just to help inspire the Phoenix energy further. We've got my Phoenix pendant on, and it feels good. I'm actually sitting sort of here, the sun's coming in. So I trust this works for you, so just roll with it as best as you can. I would now be giving really serious thought and maybe even writing down. Yes, yeah, definitely, Emily. It's a beautiful drum, so look forward to playing it. I haven't played it yet. So I would be now writing down, if you have your journal or a piece of paper, or really seriously thinking about what is holding you back. Dana, welcome, your first healing event. Welcome. So let's see which healing energy card we need now as we move down into the ashes. We move down into the darker parts, the shadows, the fear, the nerves, the lack of self-belief, the uncertainty, the unsettledness perhaps that's coming in, so we can shift that out. So let's dive and sit in it so we can move it. So the healing energy card that wants to support our time of diving into the deep stuff and releasing it is Reflections, card 47. It says mirrors. So things being mirrored back to us. Me, you, I, illusions, truth, love, center, expansion, balance, cycles. That's a big one at the moment, actually, cycles. Coming together, opposites, alignment of the body with the emotions, with the mind, with the spirit. And if you watched my guidance video this week, we can also add our life's path. So the alignment of our life's path with our body, with our emotions, with our mind, with our spirit. So are all those things in alignment for you now? Chelsea, hello. Are they in alignment now, or is something a bit out of balance, out of whack? So let's think about using this time to shift the things that are out of whack, that are out of alignment, and help prepare us to step into the new as I prepare to play the drum. And the last words here is it says to have patience and trust. So this card really talks about things coming together, especially behind the scenes or in the background. You know, sometimes we just see things or react to things that are happening in the sort of the here and now. But probably pretty much always there are other things happening behind the scenes that are bringing things together somehow. So can we trust in the bigger picture? Can we trust in the things that we don't see or the things that haven't happened yet? Can we trust that this is exactly what we need individually in this moment? Is this time of releasing and this time of rebirthing, this time of being the phoenix, basically the phoenix puffing into flame on the pyre, we could say, and then from its ashes, the new phoenix births. So before we get into the new phoenix birthing, let's work with that fire element, hopefully. Oh dear, I'm so funny when it comes to fire. Well, not fire itself, but you know, like I'm just very tender, sensitive sort of person. Let's see if I can bring this down a wee bit so I can hold this up. So I'll keep the balance here in the middle, and we'll see if I can work this out. Let me just get some of these sage sticks, sage pieces alight is the plan. Jeepers, this new thing is very low. So just take some nice big breaths. And hopefully we'll get a flame happening here. I'm going to say your name and hopefully burn you in this flame. Okay, we've got Annick Beal. So as I say your name, really think about releasing the stuff that's holding you back. In fact, I might just put you all in here and then light you at the end. So Annick Beal, nice big breath as we put you into the ashes, ready to ignite. We just went and saved some sage from being ploughed under. Oh, awesome, Chelsea, beautiful. Okay, nice big breath. Bathsheba Dixon, putting you into the ashes in here. There are literal ashes in here. Leslie Laagel, nice big breath as you allow yourself to let go. We've got Loretta Martin, nice big breath as you prepare to let go of whatever's holding you back. You decide. Suzie Nicholls, nice big breath, into the ashes you go. Priscilla Kimboko, nice big breath, and into the ashes you go. Jacqueline Taylor, nice big breath, and into the ashes you go. Elle Dubois, nice big breath, Elle. Be willing to let go. Angela James, nice big breath, Angela, and into the ashes you go. Kanti, Devi, Wedad, nice big breath. Now let's think about the things that are holding us back. Now is the time to sit in those things and be really super honest about what they are. Our own nerves, our own lack of courage, our own fear, or the things that are happening in our life that haven't been working for a while. What do you need to release? What do you need to face as we move into the ashes to face for yourself personally? Charley Ross, nice big breath as we put you into the ashes. For rebirthing, that's what we're intending on doing in the end. Robin Hippler, Robin, take a nice big breath, into the ashes you go. Takes courage to drop into the ashes, you know. It's easier just to ignore the things that are problematic in our life, the things that we're struggling to deal with. It's much easier to ignore them, distract ourselves, and just tend to the things in our life. But they get louder and louder. So let's really embrace this opportunity to dive deeply inside. Linda Davidson, take a nice big breath. Be willing to let go. Kimberly Vaness, nice big breath as you prepare to let go. We've got Susan Macmillan, nice big breath, Susan, as we put you in here into the ashes to let go. We've got Gayle McCoy. Gayle, take a nice big breath and give yourself permission to drop into the ashes, to face your shadow, your fear. Joanna Levine, nice big breath as you move down into the ashes. Alison, nice big breath as you move down into the ashes too. Carol White, nice big breath as you prepare to let go of what's holding you back. Chelsea Keith, nice big breath, Chelsea, and allow yourself to drop in deeper, deeper into yourself. Angie Griswold, nice big breath, Angie, and drop deep inside. These ashes are inside, aren't they? Can you drop deep into the ashes in your body, to the shadow, we could say, your fear, your darkness. Anne-Marie Douglas, nice big breath as you drop into your inner shadow. Let's turn this around so I can reach these easier. Yeah. It is what we do, Elle, isn't it? We do tend to distract ourselves with other things. So by being here, and hopefully we open up a door so that we can all face those things that we've been ignoring or avoiding or putting aside. I'm sure you're not the only one. Marguerite Pepper Brady, take a nice big breath as we put you into the ashes, ready to release, ready to let go. Ready to face what we all need to face. Sondra Battles. Into the ashes you go. Take a nice big breath. Michele Burch. Nice big breath, Michele, as we put you into the ashes. Ready to ignite. Feels like I'm putting logs into position. Ready to ignite them. Ready to combust them. Ready to burn stuff away. Avril Daly, nice big breath, Avril, as we tuck you into position, ready to let go. Emily Fussell. I don't know how to pronounce your surname, Emily, but I trust Fussell is correct. Welcome, and take a nice big breath and allow yourself to get into position. Let's prepare ourselves mentally, emotionally, maybe even physically, to prepare to ignite what we need to ignite so we can let go of what's holding us back. Nicole Wiggins. Nice big breath, Nicole, as we tuck you into position. Next is Matthew Keith. Matthew, nice big breath as we put you where you need to go. Ready. We're all readying ourselves. So next is Yvonne Kruzich. Oh, I forgot to check how to pronounce your surname again, Yvonne. I'm sorry. Yvonne Kruzich, I think. Welcome, and take a nice big breath as we put you into position. Ready. Readying ourselves feels good. Joanne Monroe. Take a nice big breath, Joe, and putting you into position. Ready. Ready to ignite. Ready to rebirth. Christopher Regan. Take a nice big breath, Chris, and we'll put you into position. Carlee Chirichiello. Nice big breath, Carlee. So we tuck you into place. Let's also remember at this point that we all are loved and supported. We are also protected. We are loved, supported, and protected. We are not alone. There's this really comforting feeling about seeing all of these names tucked in here like logs being placed on a fire, or sticks building up a fire. We are building up this fire together. So in this moment, we are not alone. In this moment, we've come together as individuals, together as individuals. So let's remind ourselves, let's reassure ourselves that we are not alone. Not right now, and not ever. Next is Dana Wapa. Welcome. Take a nice big breath as we put you into position. Next is Janice Chalmers. Welcome, Janice. Take a nice big breath. Let's tuck you into place. Ready. Andrea Stuart. Nice big breath, Andrea. So we put you into position. Nice big breaths now as we're getting closer to doing the deed, if you like. So there's probably some anxiety that's coming up. You might be feeling a bit like you could go and do something else right now. Your part of you might want to distract you or avoid this. So take some really big breaths and remind yourself that it is safe for you to be here and that this is what you need, especially as we take this time to help bring things together for us. Next is Rayna Ortiz. Rayna, nice big breath as we tuck you into position. Next is Viktoria Daniels. Viktoria, take a nice big breath. It is safe for you to be here. It is meant for us all to be here. Otherwise we wouldn't be. This is orchestrated on a higher plane, we could say. Magenta Borealis. Magenta, nice big breath as we tuck you into position. Linda, stay in there. You keep wanting to pop out. So Magenta, welcome to the position. Martha Samuels, nice big breath, Martha. Nice, gentle, big breath as we tuck you into place. Rebecca Ross. Into position you go, so take a nice big breath. You are ready. We are all readying ourselves. Next is Sandi Greenham. Sandi, nice big breath. So we put you into position. Drop deep inside. How do you do that? Work with your breathing, relax your body, and you can imagine yourself. Maybe I like to say, imagine we've got a comfortable chair in our heart that we imagine that we sort of drop in and sit in. But you can imagine maybe a chair that's right down, as far down as you can go, right down in your womb, in your belly, your tailbone, maybe right down in your toes or your feet. How deep can you go? Can you imagine yourself dropping into? Susan Sonsteng. Nice big breath, Susan, and we'll tuck you into place, put you into position. Next is Sarah Jones. Sarah, take a nice big breath. We'll tuck you in there. Now we have the last one, so we're getting closer now and we can probably feel it. Kathleen Glen. Kathleen, nice big breath as we tuck you into place. Okay, next is Marianne. Ann Osias. Marianne, nice big breath as you prepare to let go. Let's prepare to let go of what we need to let go of that's holding us back. Bridget Mehrtens, nice big breath as we tuck you into position, your perfect position. So much support in here. I can see all the names just supporting each other. I see Priscilla's name jumping up. We've got Andrea and Joanna, Bridget, Kathleen. We've got Yvonne. We've got Matthew and Kanti. All these names are just popping up here, but everyone's just all curled in together. Jane Larson, nice big breath, Jane, as we tuck you into place. And then we've got the last two. So let's turn back around. Last two people. Pamela Floria. Pamela, nice big breath as we tuck you into place. And lucky last but not least is Ellen Stensley. Ellen, nice big breath as we tuck you into position. Now let me just make sure I've got everyone. I don't want to leave anyone away, whatever the word is. Let me just break up a little bit of sage here. And I'll just pop that on top of your names. I'll create a bit of a fire. I probably should have something ready to extinguish in case it goes out of control. But I trust this will be okay. So let's get ready. Ouch. So here we are. Here you are, all tucked away in this pot, ready to really ignite these problematic parts of yourself and your life that you've been avoiding, that you are dealing with at the moment. That's a problem. So let's think as the fire starts, as we start seeing the smoke. I don't know if we'll see much flame, but as we start seeing the smoke, let's think of that smoke, the sacred smoke, burning away. I don't like that lighter. Let me just grab another one here. Hopefully this one's better. I'll go with the pink one for love. And I've got my water handy if I need to extinguish. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Nice, flamey. There's the phoenix. Here we go. As the phoenix bursts into flame on the pyre and turns into ash, allowing all those things that are holding us back, that we've determined that are personally limiting us at this time, as we let that stuff burn up and release. Let's let go of our struggle, our struggles, our need to be right, our need to control, our panic about what might be. Let's let that stuff go. Burn it away. Remember, the flame will not burn away who you're not. Who you are, sorry. It's only going to burn away who you're not. the parts of you that are not true, that are not supportive, that are not aligned with your truth. So letting go. Okay, good. So imagine all that stuff lifting up like this smoke, lifting up from you like you're in here, a part of you, and you're letting all that stuff burn away as you let go and let go and let go. Okay, let's just poke at this a bit with something, a bit of sage. Okay, so now let's prepare to turn this around and bring forth a rebirthing as the phoenix prepares to rise from the ashes of our past, but not necessarily our past. It almost feels like the phoenix is rising from our wounds that we carry today. Some of that for some of us might be our past. But I feel some of it is present stuff that we're dealing with. Very current, present things that we're facing right now in our life. So the phoenix rises from those things and helps us lift up, lift above, find the courage to rise above that challenge that we're being faced with right now. So I'm going to prepare to play the drum. Before I do, I want to pull a healing energy card as we move into this time of rising, this time of birthing, whatever it is we need to birth. And maybe this is a good thing for us to think about for a moment. What do we need to help us with this challenge that we're facing right now? Do we need a boost of confidence? Do we need a boost of courage? Do we need some clarity? Do we need to find stability somehow to help stabilize and balance ourselves? What do you need? What do you think that you need to help you through what you're facing right now? Do you need patience? Do you need trust? You might have a few words, you might have one, you might find it difficult to find one to begin with, but I trust it does come. So it almost feels like a lifeline, like a something to focus on to help pull us out of these ashes. Okay, so the best card the majority of us need as we prepare to lift up and rise up is this here. Oh, well, that's funny. It's rebirth. It's literally rebirth, and it's literally got flames here in it. It says, let go. This is hilarious, actually. It says, let go of the old wounds that hold you back. Interesting. It says, shed that old skin and release. Rebirth. Kundalini rising, serpent, deep throat healing. So the throat is patience, our expressions, and our truth, and feeling safe to be ourselves and speak our truth. It says, awaken your truth. Awaken your truth. Okay, so this is about stripping back the old. It's about letting the fire, the flame burn that old skin away, the old parts of ourselves that are not working for us right now or that we've been avoiding. It's like the snake shedding its skin as it grows. So the snake, I would imagine, as before it sheds its skin, it grows to a point where that skin is too constrictive, it's too tight, it's too squishy, you know, like when we try and squeeze into our old pair of jeans that are a bit too tight now. So then the snake, as part of the snake's ability to grow, it needs to shed that old skin, away so that it can form a new skin that matches with the size it's become. So if we think about this energetically, if we're energetically growing, if we're energetically learning things in our life, if we're energetically learning things in our life, then we're going to probably reach a point where things that used to work become constrictive. They become a bit constrained against us, or this feeling inside. So sometimes we reach this point, in fact, probably every few weeks, every few months, where we need to strip things back, burn things away, shed our old skin so that we can move into that new place that we're moving to. So I feel like we're moving into a new space, a new level of learning, a new level of vibration, we could say. And that this part is part of the process, and hopefully it supports something you've already been doing, or hopefully it maybe triggers a start for you where you can actually spend some time focusing on your releasing, focusing on that shedding of that old skin, releasing your old wounds, so that you can be reborn, we could say, a rebirthing occur. It's like the trees we have in Australia shed their bark, strip their bark off, and you can see that nice fresh new bark underneath, that fresh new skin of the snake, that fresh new skin of our own. So has your skin been a bit tight, energetically tight lately? And maybe talking about this might inspire you to imagine slipping out of your old skin, slipping out of your old self, how you used to deal with things, how things used to be for you, and allowing your new youthful skin to shine out from underneath and become your new way of walking and talking and living and being and creating and getting through your day. So rebirth, the name of this card, and rebirth, the energy of the phoenix, is very much appropriate here. And we're going to move into some drumming. So I'd like to use this drumming time really not to talk, but to support you with what you need for yourself. So I trust that you know what you need for you. And if you're not sure, it's okay. Just take some big breaths and listen to the drum. Imagine the drum perhaps supporting you, holding you. Imagine the drum like the heartbeat of the earth, the heartbeat of your mother, holding you in her womb, safe, supported. So what will this be for you? It will be personal. So I'm going to hold the drum this way because I'm just really drawn to the spring, sort of fresh. This is like a cherry blossom, vibrant, light tree. And see what you need. So take a nice big breath. There's nothing you can do wrong. Just listen and see where it takes you. So I'll drum for about 10 minutes. I'll see you soon. I'll talk with you soon. So really think about your rebirthing, your rising, your overcoming of any obstacles. Hi, Michele. Overcoming of any obstacles and your will to overcome these obstacles. Are you willing to? life. Beautiful. Trust you feel good after that bit of drumming. That drum will be available or is available, but it's not on the website yet. So if it does speak to you, just reach out. But I might have it on the website by the end of today, if it's still available. So thank you. We roll around in the problems in the muddy parts of our life. But actually, if we take some time sometimes to lift ourselves up, to strengthen ourselves and rise up above, then that can really help us get through the problems. They don't seem as dire or as desperate or as as problematic, perhaps. So welcome if you just joined in, and thank you for being here. We were just drumming with this card in mind, which is rebirth. So rebirth, shedding the old skin, rising, rebirth. Yeah. So I'll pop that back. We'll pull a card to go. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I trust you've enjoyed this connection. Thank you to all of those of you on my healing list. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much for your support. I look forward to connecting with you again next month if you're inspired to continue to be on our healing list. And if you would love to be on it next month, then please have a look on the Patreon link, which is somewhere in this video description. You can learn more about it there. Let me know if you've got questions, and thank you. So allow this energy to settle, but also keep working with it. So if you find yourself, inspired or curious about continuing to let go or continuing to raise your vibration or strengthen yourself, then please continue to take action. Don't let it start and end here, but let this support your work that you do yourself privately, in your own time, in your own space. It can be really important to make that time for you. So the best card we now, as we prepare to leave and as we prepare to rise from this place and move into whatever it is that we need to do next, the best card for the majority of us is this here. Oh, we've got this again. So we've come full cycle, full circle. And like I said, when this card came up before, when I read cycles, cycles are very much at play right now. And this card coming up again, at the beginning and the end, has confirmed, again, that cyclic energy that's in play right now. Things are moving in cycles. So this will also, usually cyclic energy brings through more sort of endings, beginnings sort of cycles. So in some cases it may even be death and birth sort of energy as well that comes through, and that time of transition. But we're always moving in cycles. So sometimes we think, especially when we're in sort of that sort of energetic death sort of phase, we can think that this is the end. We can think and even question our own survival. But this is all part of that cyclic energy that moves through. Just as that phoenix bursts into flame on the pyre, and then from its ashes, the new phoenix births. It is a symbol of that rebirthing, that death, birth, rebirth cycle. And again, this card is also highlighting that cycle. Everything moves in cycles. And if we even look at the seasons, or the cycle of our day and night, or the seasons of the year, everything's always moving, which also means that this is temporary. Cycles are temporary as they move from one phase of the cycle to the next. A cycle is not permanent. It's moving. It will probably come around again on some level, just like winter will come around again. For us moving out of summer, summer will come around again. We might have to wait 9 months, but it will come around again. And as we move now into autumn, and you guys in the north are moving out of winter and into your spring, then, you know, like I find a lot of comfort to know that, hey, I've had my turn at summer. The South has had their turn at summer while you guys had your winter, and now the cycle turns, the wheel turns as we prepare to move into winter to give you time to have your and enjoy your summer or whichever season or cycle or phase that you resonate with. So everything's always moving. Nothing stays the same. It's always moving in cycles and phases and rhythms and movements. So are you going with these changes? Are you moving with the cycles? Are you desperately wanting summer to come back? But summer's left now. So we have to accept it as we move through the other phases, and we know that summer's going to come back around again, or spring or winter or whatever it is that we're moving out of. So let's be careful in our life that we're not kicking and screaming, trying to keep things how they used to be, because things change. Things change, things always move in cycles, which is also why it's really important to be grateful for the people we have in our life and the times that we do have that are good in our life. Because we never know when that cycle is going to change or the phase is going to turn into something else. It's like when I was bringing up my children. You know, I didn't want to be a miserable parent that just wanted my children always to be away. I wanted to really enjoy my time with my kids because I knew that time, even though it was going to be a couple of decades, I knew that time would fly by. People told me that before I even had kids, and I thought, yeah, I think it's going to fly by, so I'm going to enjoy every moment I can. And it's made a massive difference as my children are now independent, that I can actually let them go easier because I'm not holding on, because I enjoyed the moments we had together. So what moments can you enjoy? And what are you kicking and screaming about that's changing? Can you move with it? Can you be more adaptable? So this is again reminding us that things are coming together behind the scenes. We can trust in the bigger picture. We can trust in the movement of the phases and cycles that we find ourselves, and allow ourselves to move through. If it's a problematic cycle or phase, let's remind ourselves that it's temporary. It's temporary. It's just how it is right now, but it's moving. Everything moves. So thank you so much for joining me today. I trust you've enjoyed this connection, and thank you again for your support. If you want to learn more about me and the work I do at Temple of Balance, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. I'm feeling actually while I'm set up, I might go over to Facebook and do a quick chit chat thing over there for a couple of minutes. So I might see you there if you're on Facebook, Temple of Balance. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye for now.